All right, y'all, let's get into the alarm today on 10-4, over and out, and the Ring of Fire eclipse on 10-14, and Trump's trial, and tie some things together for us, okay? So we saw the offset diamond picked out in Hawaii, with the cities being burned and those types of things, and it's going to be placed onto that Ring of Fire in a matter of speaking, okay? Because we have that marriage ceremony, and the speaker going out is that short game, okay? The days are cut short. There's a short game and a long game, all right? We need to consolidate these a little bit, all right? The short game is that original kind of thing I've told you, okay? And Trump is coming in to divide. And as he started his trial, okay, the next day, the Speaker 118 went out. All right? We need a new House Speaker 119. That's the 9/11 reflection. Okay? So, the House Speaker 119 and the Ring of Fire. Okay? Trump today said his focus is on president. Okay? When you break this down, it's the fuck us and his son president. All right? So, they don't need to necessarily worry about the old America anymore. All right? The live event is done. The game is on. And it's time to do that hole-in-one. And the hole-in-one is stacking everything. Okay, and that's where we've seen the trial, the House Speaker. And then the alarm went off for that House Speaker. And the Alexa is that House Speaker today, in a matter of speaking. And that's the AI. And Trump's the AL, that can be a lowercase l, which can maybe be an I. So it's the AI trial, all right? But it's a hidden one. It's for that secret and such. Because they're moving up the game. So Trump being Speaker of the House, okay? I've told you all this before in the past, all right? There's a good chance of him being Speaker of the House. It's a perfect opportunity for him to do the divide and conquer in a power position, all right? So it's very possible between the alarm that went off and that Ring of Fire being placed, the next so-called Twin 9/11 event would happen. All right. It's very possible you get that Red Dawn style invasion, or the subs in the waters, or that earthquake on the West Coast, or the quake up the middle, who knows? Or get a quake with the money or something. You know, there's going to be all this world, there's going to be some stuff coming up in the next couple weeks to that Ring of Fire. And then the Pluto is coming back onto course. This is going to lead us into the next 20-ish years or whatever, and this is when that next age of man is coming, and everything's going, and that old frequency of man is going out, and the beasts are going to be harvested because it's live game season. Okay? So this is when people are going to kind of maybe, things are going to be played out, and they're going to become upset, and you don't want to be in the big cities or whatever where they're or where you can't get out and kind of thing, or however it's going to go. Okay. But basically, this alarm went off at high noon, all right, in the middle of the nation. And this is all connecting some stuff. Yes, it was a little bit offset. It came early, 2 minutes early, which would be 2:18, or depending on what your time, but you would have that 18 on there, right? And then you got the big radio one or whatever. I don't know if everybody got theirs early, but I got mine a little early. Either way, I heard the one on the radio shortly thereafter at 2:20. All right. So this is kind of that dual alarm kind of being shown because America has snoozed. They're back into the American dream. They haven't realized what's going on. All these things are coming. And then, so we could expect the border war maybe to pop off, or the bio warfare from the China stuff, or who knows where they'll take it. If they're going to stack all these things in the next 10 days or whatever, or is it mainly going to be like maybe where America can get attacked, or we get that big quake on the West Coast, or in the middle of America or whatever, we get that big quake and it caused that disaster, and then we might get attacked after that or whatever. But some type of catastrophe comes in before Trump takes his Speaker of the House office, kind of thing. All right, and then that's kind of helps his marriage ceremony and helps the more the divide and conquer scheme. And while he can build up one side that's just been destroyed, he can go on and get rid of the other side. All right, and then while he does all these things, he's going to be appearing to be the bad guy to the good side that's coming, and then a savior to he's a bad guy to the good side coming, and he's a good guy to the bad side that was. All right, he's there to cool them in. So if he does get Speaker of the House, okay, now the king is related to 77 and 42 dying, okay? Now, there's a good chance if Trump becomes Speaker that he dies when he's 77, okay? Otherwise, he can go into 82 and be Speaker until 82 and then die on the throne around then, okay? But otherwise, he could go into that donation, when he's in 77 or whatever, when he's causing that divide or whatever. And then that's where that assassin comes in and those types of things. Or it would be as a head wound, so it'd be like the graze on the head or whatever. And then that ties into the aliens and all that stuff. But the graze on the bullet in the head would be as the deadly head wound, and then that would be all the CGI stuff. But this would get all the war going and get his Donald Trump Jr. going and those types of things. But we'll see how they do all the details. But definitely, if Trump becomes the Speaker of the House, which it seems that it will be, that will be that Twin 9/11 event setting up, and then we have the Twin 9/11 event that would be bringing in for that burn and such. So just heads up, folks, because the birth of that Messiah is there, and the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire can also bring that earthquake on the West Coast or whatever, like that Friday the 13th or whatever. They might get that shaky on the West Coast or whatever kind of thing. Anyways, when you have a natural birth and when you the baby gets to a certain point, it's called the Ring of Fire. Okay? So it's because the woohoo's down there burning like a ring of fire, because the head's crowning and it's stretching it out and all those other things. So that's how this would be going out. Okay? So that stretching out the vag with that V, stretch out that V age, all right, the 22 age. This means that the bad times last a little bit longer. All right? But heads up, folks. The alarm went off. That's all I'm telling you. That nationwide alarm I've been telling y'all about. And you might get one shortly thereafter. Telling you you got stealth jets that they've been talking about and all these other things. And then Taylor Swift is the dude is her live stuff is being coded, and she's been involved with the jets and those types of things, but she was picking those nails, and those nails was for the cross. And then her dude was born on 10/5, which is tomorrow. So she's picking some nails for the cross on 10/5 tomorrow. So there's just different things. Y'all can expect like big events, big news events, either in America or worldwide, to be happening. All right, Ukraine's been taken off the balance. That's part of the Libra. Libra is the scales. The balance is the scales. The crane is the balance. Okay. And then on a crane, what do you use to keep it balanced on one side? They use concrete blocks. That concrete block is Biden. He's that concrete, the Crete from Greece. Okay. And he's the one that's been stacking things up. And Kamala's the operator kind of thing of the crane. So she don't know what she's kind of doing according to the people. And then also, since everybody has a goldfish brain, thank goodness Kamala's coming in. Okay? Because now that everybody's at a kindergarten level kind of thing, you have that kindergarten teacher going to come in. And that's how she talks, is like a little kindergarten teacher and such, but she's going to come in and school everybody, okay? And that's going to be with Skull and Bones. And Skull and Bones is the 223 year, and they're going to be starting that off, but it's also tied to the 22 year on 9/11 and the 23 year on 9/11. So that September for the 22 and 23 time frame and such, that's going to be a real sweet spot, and that's for the election and all those things, folks. So it's just okay. So it's just a matter of how they're going to stack all these things in. What they could do for this Ring of Fire is set up all the like old kind of stuff from the old crowning and bow, and that was from the COVID and such, but they can do that. And then that would be where you have your biowarfare from China and Fauci and all this stuff and those things. And then Trump can come in, and if Trump comes in and we got the biowarfare from China and Fauci and all those things made him do it, and then and then you have the classified information he took and all these things, okay? We're going to get into some good stuff, all right? That will definitely divide this nation. And if you don't have your eyes set in the right spot, or you're not in the right spot, you ain't going to be that great off, okay? And they are going to coal you with all the old shit and make you scared of all the new shit and all these other things, but you can't get stuck on the world stage, all right? But if they do these things and set the stage up with the biowarfare from China and all these things, and Trump was that guy saying, I don't want to do this and blah, 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 it's the perfect scenario, okay, for him to be in that power position, all right? And then he has his dark son, Obama, that can be put in. When Biden goes, Kamala and Obama, whether it be a Michelle or Barack or whatever, and be them two versus Trump. And then they can prove the stolen election with My Pillow guy, Mike Liddell or whatever, all towards next year and at the same time, and ruin the election, stop the rain, like the two witnesses say, and all these things, okay? It's all right there. The abomination and the desolation has been set up, folks. And the alarm has been given. The American dream, time to wake up. The American fucking nightmare is about to unfold this Halloween season.